Is it just me, or does it seem like our freedom of speech, our ability to say what is on our mind, is now under attack? And it's been for a while. See, as Americans, we always had the ability to speak freely about whatever was on our mind, as long as we didn't create dangerous situations for other Americans. So, what is free speech? Well, freedom of speech is the right to not speak. I'll give you an example. If you're arrested, you literally have the right to remain silent. The right to protest. If you disagree with any type of agenda coming from the government, coming from medical professionals, coming from corporations, you have the ability to say what's on your mind. The right to use certain offensive words. So it doesn't matter if you hurt someone's feelings. It doesn't matter if they agree with you. You have the right to say what you think. The right to contribute money to political parties and also political campaigns. Lastly, or second to last, the right to advertise commercial products and services professionally. And lastly, to involve yourself in any type of symbolic speech. So I'll give you an example. Symbolic speech would be the burning of the American flag. And while some may not agree with this, you have the right to do so. So, who's responsible for policing this speech? Who is responsible for deciding whether this speech is okay or not okay? Is it the authorities, police, the FBI, the government, or just people? See, things have changed since we are now in the new era of social media. The new town square is where people have the ability to speak to their peers about their thoughts and feelings of what's going on today. And lately, it seems as though we have to speak in code. There are certain words you can't say. There are certain things you can't talk about because of people's feelings. And it's getting serious. People are losing their jobs. People are completely being deplatformed. And these executives who are running these companies are the ones making these decisions. For example, Twitter. The ex-Twitter executives are now under fire by Congress. They're having to face their choices when it comes to speech and censorship. So, what happened? Why are they under fire? Well, it's been quite a few instances of people who don't follow a specific agenda being silenced for their thoughts and feelings. And again, in America, we have the ability to speak freely about what we think or feel, what we agree with and what we disagree with. So why are the Twitter executives taking the ability or abusing the ability to silence certain speech? Why do they have the power to deem what's okay and what's not okay? Well, I'll give you a couple examples of what they were doing. When it comes to censorship with the ex-Twitter executives, they censored our previous commander-in-chief because of his thoughts, because of what he said. Some will say he incited violence. No, he didn't. If you actually look at his specific tweets, he disagreed with the election results. He questioned the election results. And in a democracy, it should be okay to do so. So why is the president, previous president of the United States, being silenced for sharing his thoughts around the election? It's also funny that the Hunter Biden laptop story was silenced right before the election. The American people, I think, would have the right to know if the possible Democratic candidate is colluding with other powers in the world, i.e. China. So why was it okay to censor a top story about the son of a possible presidential candidate and the collusion with China. Again, the Twitter executives had full autonomy to make this decision and also keep the American people in the dark. So, lastly, when it comes to COVID-19, this pandemic has affected the lives of people around the world, not just the American people, but people in the world, the planet. And you would think that medical professionals, people who have taken the oath to save lives and protect the lives of Americans and people around the world, should have a say in what we do with our health. And it seems as though if they had an opposing view of the actual vaccination or the practices that were being implemented, they were silenced. They were deplatformed. They were under attack because of their viewpoints. But these are the medical professionals that were hired, trained, went to school, did the work to provide these opinions. Why do the Twitter executives think that they have the ability to silence these people? You know, it's funny to me that all of this censorship took place, all of the deplatforming took place, but yet when it comes to child pornography, this is a non-factor. It just continues to happen on Twitter. And this is something that the Twitter executives are going to have to answer to. The American people are not happy, or some are not happy, about this. I just don't understand, and maybe you guys can help me. It's strange. It seems as though there's a specific agenda that is being followed or was being followed by these Twitter executives. And if you look across social media, the major platforms, it seems as though there's a specific agenda being followed. And if you say anything against that agenda, you are, again, facing the chances of being deplatformed, facing the chances of being attacked by the woke mob, and also facing the chances of being fired from your job because someone will call and cancel you. So I want to leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about how Twitter conducted themselves. Did they take too much power, or did they abuse their power? Or do you think that they followed their procedures the best they could? I want to know. Thanks for watching.